Subscribe for more Karens getting arrested by police and Karens getting instant karma.
This is how she
Probably
says.
about 30
I can
minutes
smell the
before I left.
alcohol on her. She's acknowledged now that she was the one.
A car did swerve, I promise. Did swerve in my lane, and I swerved, and I did kind of have to swerve into someone's lawn, and I hit my brakes.
What's your name?
Isabella?
Isabella.
On June 13th, 2024 at approximately 7:53 p.m., officers with the Pullman Police Department were dispatched to the scene of a hit-and-run motor vehicle crash involving a 2004 Toyota in the vicinity of SW Crestview Street and SW Alvar Street. Officer Love St. Andre arrived on scene to assist Officers Germer and Gordon around 8:14 p.m. He made contact with the driver, who was identified as 25-year-old Isabella.
Isabella, who were you driving with?
I was driving by myself and my daughter.
You're by yourself and your daughter?
Yeah.
Baby in the car.
I'm so sorry.
Okay, I'm glad you're able to tell us the truth, though. That's much better
I know.
than how we started out.
I just want to give her a hug before I have to go.
And where were you coming from?
I was coming from Barnes. It's
Can you
about
identify
it's about
baby
two roads down.
Sorry, I was...
It's okay. 2 roads down the left on the right on Barnes. BARNES on Wadley. At W.
What's the address, do you know?
I don't know. Wadley. Yeah.
Okay, and what were you doing there?
I was hanging out with my sister. That's my sister's house.
Is that your sister?
My sister.
In the green
In
shirt?
the green shirt with my daughter.
Okay. What were you doing there?
I was gonna stay the night at her house with my other kid.
What were you doing there? Like, what were you guys doing?
We're just hanging out. Like, she doesn't drink. She's a church girl. And I was leaving to go pick up our food. Pick up our dinner.
Okay.
That's why I left.
Okay, so did you have alcohol to drink?
I did. She didn't. I drank
Where?
before. I drank when I got into her parking lot. I got there before she got home. She had been to Spokane that day.
So you were in the parking lot drinking?
In her driveway, yeah.
What time was that?
What time is it now?
It is 8:16.
Probably about 7:30. I had a shot and I had a beer before I left. So a beer probably about 7 and a shot about 7:30.
How big was the beer?
This is a Coors Banquet, 12 ounce. I don't know what size it
You
is.
said beer at 7?
Yeah.
And what was the shot of?
Fireball.
You said Coors Banquet?
Yeah, Coors Banquet. And I'd be willing to take a breathalyzer or anything.
Okay.
I really want to call my husband when we're done.
Okay. Yeah, we can
He's not here. He's a couple hours away.
we can I just heard something down there.
Yeah, I know.
We can definitely facilitate that. And so, how regularly do you drink?
I do have a drinking problem, but I don't ever leave the house.
Okay. Well, I'm not trying to do anything like that with you. I'm just curious because you're telling me that your first drink was at 7 o'clock.
Okay. If we're being honest,
I would love for you to be honest with me,
I
Isabella.
haven't drank in 3 days.
Say that again?
I haven't drank in 3 days.
Okay.
But before this, I was drinking every day, about 5 shots a day, plus a few beers, 3 or 4 beers,
Okay.
and then
For how long?
a couple weeks, 5-6 weeks.
Because one of my concerns is that your first drink was at 7 o'clock.
Isabella told Officer St. Andre that she had left her sister's house nearby with her 1-year-old daughter to go and get food before she crashed into a house. As he was speaking with Isabella, Officer St. Andre detected the odor of alcohol, and she readily admitted to consuming alcohol earlier that day. Based on his suspicion of impairment, Officer St. Andre led Isabella the sidewalk and offered her an opportunity to perform field sobriety exercises.
This is my first drink in a couple weeks, in 3 days.
Okay, your first drink was at 7 o'clock, and then your second drink was at 7:30, and you seem significantly more intoxicated than a beer and a shot tells me. So have you had more alcohol to drink today?
No, I earlier.
Okay.
I had a drink at 3.
Okay.
But I ended about 4.
Okay.
And then I ended until about 7 when I left.
Okay. What did you drink at 3?
I drank shots of Fireball.
How many?
What time?
At 3. Yeah.
About 2 or 3. I see my daughter for a second.
We'll get all that taken care of.
She's just crying for me.
Yeah, I mean it's a pretty scary situation, as you can probably
I know.
imagine.
I'm sorry. It's my fault. I know. I need help.
So you had 2 to 3 shots of Fireball at 3 o'clock. Did you have anything else during that time?
No, and then I had the cruise bank right before I left at 7 or 6:30.
Okay. Have you had anything to drink since stopping your vehicle?
No.
No, you haven't had any other alcohol since your vehicle was stopped?
No, I stopped.
Okay. Would you be willing to perform some voluntary field sobriety tests? Alright.
Do I have to keep my slippers on?
Did you need to talk to her about
Can I get my slippers off, or do I have to keep them on?
No, you can take them off if you want.
So I just want to confirm, like, your car, you hit the house, and then...
The car was coming on to me and I swerved. I have admitted I haven't done anything. I just wanted a sobriety test and just stay up with my daughter because she was crying.
You want me to do the test?
Not unless you're hankering for it. No.
I just want to hold my daughter for just a second.
Okay, hold on. Let's
I know.
finish
I
this.
wanted to swear this. I know I'm in trouble. I know. And I want to call my husband to just hold my daughter.
You want to hop on the sidewalk so we're in a safe space? You need to talk to her about something?
You need anything else from us or for your baby or
I just
anything?
want to hold my baby. I just want to hold
Oh, I
her.
know. All right, we're going to get out of here then, okay?
Yeah. She's okay?
She seems to be okay.
Yep, she's safe with your sister.
Yeah, everything
I'm
seems to be...
so sorry, guys.
Yeah.
I know. I know.
Hold on, force high five testing.
The first field sobriety exercise was the horizontal gaze nystagmus HGN test. During the HGN test, Officer St. Andre observed lack of smooth pursuit, distinct and sustained nystagmus at maximum deviation, and the onset of nystagmus prior to 45 degrees. He also observed vertical nystagmus. The second field sobriety test was the walk and turn test. This was attempted multiple times since she was unable to follow instructions. During one of her attempts walk and turn test, Isabella failed to touch heel to toe on each step and used her arms for balance. The final field sobriety exercise was the one-leg stand test. During the one-leg stand test, Isabella failed to raise her foot in the proper fashion and put her foot down before the test was complete.
And I just took a deep breath.
Absolutely. Have you had any other medications,
No, I don't take any
prescription or
medications. I don't
otherwise?
do any drugs. I don't take any medications.
Okay.
I'm just drinking.
Do you have any physical conditions that would keep you from following the tip of my pin with your eyes?
Nope.
Walking a straight line?
Nope.
Or balancing on one foot?
Nope.
Okay. So through the duration of these tests, I'm going to be evaluating you, not only how well you perform the test, but also how well you follow my instructions. Okay? I'm going to give you instructions before we start each test, and I do not want you to start the test until I tell you to start. Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay. Can you stand with your heels and toes together? Okay, let's go a little bit more into the middle of the concrete. Yeah, it's a little bit more flat. Heels and toes together, arms directly at your side. And I want you to follow the tip of my pin with your eyes and your eyes only,
Yep.
and do not move your head. Do you understand?
Yes.
So right here. Right where I'm clicking.
Yep.
You see this?
Yep.
Right there.
Yes.
Right where I'm clicking. Okay? So what's the color of the top?
Black.
Okay. Get a couple blinks on. Let's get a couple more blinks in. We gotta stay with our heels and toes together. So I'm gonna restart. So your eyes only and just keep your head still.
I'm sorry.
We're just gonna go up with this one. Again, keep your head still. And do one more time. Alright, let's get a couple blinks on. We're just going to do one more with the eyes, okay? Heels and toes together, arms directly at your side. Okay, follow the tip of my pen, okay? Can you follow it? Try it one more time. Let's have you take a few steps back so we can get a nice flat surface to walk on. Let's take a few more. Alright, you can face me. Alright. So let's just stay in the middle. It's probably the safest spot. So this next test is called the walk and turn. Okay? Again, I'm going to place you into the starting position. And I do not want you to start the test until I tell you. Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay. Once you get into the starting position, I want you to hold that position. Okay? Alright, so what I want you to do is imagine a straight line directly out in front of you. I want you to stay on that line with your left foot and your right foot directly in front in a heel to toe fashion, arms directly at your side. You get into that position now. Alright, when instructed to begin, you're going to take a series of 9 heel to toe steps down the line you've imagined. On your 9th step, you're going to leave your lead foot on the ground and you're going to perform a series of small steps around your lead planted foot. Return back to the line you've imagined and perform 9 more heel to toe steps back. Once you start, I want your eyes on your feet as you walk, your arms directly at your side. I want you to count your steps out loud, and I do not want you to stop the test until you have completed it. Do you understand?
Yes.
I will now demonstrate. Okay? 1, 2, 3. For the purposes of demonstration, I'm performing 3. You will be performing 9.
Yes.
Series of small steps. 1, 2, 3. Again, for the purpose of demonstration, I'm performing 3. You will be performing 9. Do you understand? You may now begin.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Alright. This next test is called the one-leg stand. Okay, so when I ask you to begin, you're going to lift 1 foot of your choosing 6 inches off the ground, holding the bottom of your foot approximately 6 inches off the ground. Okay, I want you to keep your legs straight, your arms directly at your side. I want your eyes on your lifted raised foot, and I want you to count out loud 1001, 1002, 1003, and so on until I tell you to stop. Okay? Do you understand the test?
Yes.
You may now begin.
1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005, 1006, 1007, 1008, 1009, 1010, 1011, 1012, 1013, 1014, 1015, 1016, 1017, 1018, 1019,
And
1020.
You can put your foot down. Can you give me a PBT? Can you give me a PBT? This next test is the preliminary breath test. It does not replace the evidentiary breath test that we may take at a later time. Are you willing to take this test?
And my sister come here for a second.
Yeah. Yeah, just hang out right here real quick. I'll grab it real quick. Alright, have you ever done one of these before?
Yeah.
Okay, so big breath in, and just keep blowing until you hear the click. See the 3 zeros?
Yep.
Big breath in, blow. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. .253.
Well, let's just go. Can I call my husband?
So we'll call him once we get to the station, okay?
My sister. You got the kids?
Yeah, can you hold that?
After the field sobriety exercises were complete, Officer St. Andre asked Isabella if she would be willing to take a preliminary breath test BBT. Isabella agreed to submit to APBT, and the results indicated a back level of 0.253%, which was more than triple the legal limit of 0.08%. Based on the motor vehicle accident, the odor of alcohol, her admission to consuming alcohol, her inability to adequately perform the field sobriety exercises, and the results of the PBT, Officer St. Andre placed Isabella under arrest for driving under the influence. Isabella was placed in the patrol car and transported to the Pullman Police Department for further processing.
All right, Isabella, so I'm going to place you in custody for DUI. Okay?
Okay, ma'am, so you're under arrest for DUI. Okay. Today's date is the July 13th, 2024. Time is approximately 8:32 p.m. Okay. You're being audio and video recorded.
Yes.
Okay. And we're going to let you know what your rights are.
Can I see my daughter really quick?
I had her ceremony.
Okay.
It's probably not a good time to have, like, you probably don't want your daughter to Pullman 455. PBT .253 also.
Okay, ma'am, you have the right to remain silent. Any statement that you do make can or be used
First
as
up
evidence
Isabella
to-
in
evidence
custody
against
DUI.
law.
Can you start me
You have the
a
right at this time to an attorney
separate
of your own
case?
choosing to have him or present before and during any questioning or to make any statements. If you're not a court attorney, you are entitled to have one appointed for you by court without cost to you and have him or present before and during questioning or making any
That's
statement.
fine.
You have the right to exercise any of the above rights at any time before, during any questioning or making any statement.
Yes.
Where are the keys to the car?
Were the keys, are they in there? So,
Yeah, I haven't.
Okay, so you might want to move it or move it closer or park it legally someplace.
We're gonna
Kind
head to
of
my car.
blocking that. So
I love you, sissy.
Do you want me to tell Mom and
This is Nathaniel, please. Can I get my shoes?
Yes. Have you had a previous DUI before?
No, I haven't had any charges against me before.
Okay. What's your sister's name?
Alexandria?
Alexander. So she told me that she hasn't had a previous DUI before, so she will be released in a couple hours.
$10.
Yeah, at the police department.
Okay, do you know my number?
child endangerment.
Number?
Yeah. Well, I'll update you in a couple hours.
Yeah. Are you guys able to give me help?
What was that?
Are you guys able to give me help? Or get me resources for help?
Yeah, we'll definitely be able to. Just hold her hand.
I just want help. What are you calling me, Daniel? You're calling me Daniel? I'll call him when I can.
Isabel, do you have anything on you? A sharp poke or prick?
Nope.
Okay. Back my hand.
Love to keep this in your trunk.
It was actually on the floorboard, so yeah.
So bad about the car.
You need a bag.
I don't have anything
Yeah,
on me.
I don't have anything so far.
I don't have a phone or a wallet or anything.
Alright, go back to my hand.
Yep.
Back to my hand
At some
again.
point.
Now, what you need to be thinking about is that you're driving with your
I know, my
child in the
kids.
car.
I know. I know. I'm gonna get help for them. I need help. Can I undo that, please? Or,
No, that actually goes
No,
over the
okay.
top. We'll be at the police station in a few minutes, so.
Yep.
Just watch your foot. I don't. Thank you. Pullman 455. We'll be en route to the station with that female. Starting mileage. 288.80.8. So your child hasn't been taken from your custody, so as far as who takes care of your daughter for the night, that's completely up to you. What?
It's not like she's gonna go straight to CPS or anything.
No.
This is my biggest fear. She has lots of people here who can take care of her.
What was that?
She has lots of people here who can take care of her. So that's as a guardian.
The preliminary breath test was a .253. Pullman 455 arrived. Any mileage?
Good.
288.82.0.
20.
Once they were at Police HQ, Officer St. Andre read Isabella her Miranda rights as well as the implied consent warning, and she agreed to submit breath samples for testing. After the breathalyzer was administered, her alco test results indicated a BAC of 0.184%, lowest IR result, which was still more than double the legal limit. After Officer St. Andre was finished with administering the breathalyzer, he placed Isabella in a cell.
Face to the right. Vulcan. Head right towards that brown chair.
Where?
The brown chair. I'll get you out of those cuffs. Have a seat. Yeah. Yeah, do you know her? Oh, okay.
So embarrassing.
Get it done as quickly as we can. Where's your husband at?
He's in Grand Coulee. 3 hours away.
Is he planning on coming back today? Or?
Tomorrow morning. But he can come back tonight if he needs to. He doesn't drink or anything.
Alright, these are your constitutional rights. You read already in the field, but I'm just going to read them to you again. You have the right to remain silent. You have the right at the time to an attorney. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to talk to an attorney before answering any questions. You have the right to have an attorney present during the questioning. If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be appointed before you without cost if you so desire. You can exercise rights at any time. Do you understand these rights?
Yes.
Sign right there. Alright, this next block, if you so choose to sign it, says, I understand my constitutional rights. I have decided not to exercise these rights at this time. Any statements made by me are made freely, voluntarily, and without threats or promises of any kind.
Yeah. This is so embarrassing.
Alright, this next one's going to be a longer one. And I can read it to you, or you can read it yourself, or I can read it and then you can read it.
I can read it.
Okay. Let's see. You sure you don't want me to read it?
If you want, I can read it and you can read it.
Okay, I'll read it and then you can read it. These are implied consent warnings for breath. Warning, you are under arrest for RCW 4661-502 or RCW 4661-504, driving or being in actual physical control of a motor vehicle while under the influence of intoxicating liquor and or drugs. Further, you are now being asked to submit to a test of your breath, which consists of 2 separate samples of your breath taken independently to determine alcohol concentration. You are now advised that you have the right to refuse this breath test, and that if you refuse, your driver's license, permit, or privilege to drive will be revoked or denied by the Department of Licensing for at least 1 year, and your refusal to submit to this test may be used in a criminal trial. You are further advised that if you submit to this breath test and the test is administered, your driver's license, permit, or privilege to drive will be suspended, revoked, or denied by the Department of Licensing for at least 90 days if you are age 21 or over and the test indicates alcohol concentration of your breath is 0.08 or more, or you are in violation of RCW 4661-502, driving under the influence, or RCW 4661-504, physical control of a vehicle under the influence. If your driver's license, permit, or privilege to drive is suspended, revoked, or denied, you may be eligible to immediately apply for ignition interlock driver's license. You have the right to additional tests administered by any qualified person of your own choosing.
Do you guys have any water right now, or do I have to wait?
So you do gotta wait.
I do
So
have to
you,
take another test.
so I read from here
Did I just check these?
to here. No,
Okay.
those are for me to check, and I'm just giving
Yep.
it over to you to read.
Yep, I understand. Okay.
So, and right there. saying, I have read or have had read to me the above statements.
I can't believe I did that.
Will you now submit to a breath test?
Yeah.
Alright, can you open your mouth nice and big?
Hypertension.
Okay. Is it a permanent?
No, I can remove it.
Okay, yeah, if you can. Yes.
Can I get tissue or anything?
Alright, so just until we complete the test, you can just keep your hands on the table or on your lap. You don't have to do that. I just don't want you to touch your face.
Yeah, of course. You guys said I'll be able to get picked up later tonight? More likely, or?
So I made a mistake when we were finishing up our test, because the presence of your child being in the vehicle adds additional criminal charges to the situation.
Yeah. Endangerment?
Reckless endangerment, exactly.
Is that a felony?
It is not a felony.
Okay. But I just have to stay overnight?
Yeah, so
Till court? Or
yeah, so
until, what, her dad can be here or something?
no, it's just until you can see a judge. Yeah. Like I was saying, so CPS will be notified of the situation, but your daughter's not going to get taken to CPS tonight.
She's in really good hands today.
Yeah. And you hit somebody's house, correct? Okay. I'm just asking because I'm trying to, because I know we got multiple calls, and you were one of them, right?
My sister was.
Your sister was? Was it her house?
No.
Okay.
No, I was leaving her house. I left her street. I don't remember. I'm sorry. But my daughter, my kid will stay with my sister, right?
Yeah, we are not going to go pick up your daughter.
Perfect.
Alright, so these are just some questions. We have 13 and a half minutes before we can start the test.
Okay.
Do you have any physical impairments?
No.
Do you limp?
No.
Are you sick or injured?
No.
Are you under the care of a doctor or dentist?
No.
Are you diabetic or epileptic?
No.
Do you take insulin?
No.
Have you taken any medicines or drugs in the past 24 hours?
No.
Do you have impaired vision?
No.
Where do you work?
I'm currently unemployed. I take care of my kids at home.
Okay. How many hours did you sleep last night?
I went to bed about 10, about 5. So,
7?
yeah.
Were you driving the vehicle?
Yes.
Is there anything mechanically wrong with the vehicle?
Not that I know.
Have you been injured or involved in any collision in the past 24 hours?
No.
Have you had any alcohol to drink since the collision?
No.
Where were you going before you were stopped?
To pick up food.
Where is that at?
At Min's Diner, MINHS.
Without looking, what time do you think it is?
8:39.
Which street were you on?
Wadley, WADLEIGH.
And do you remember your direction of travel?
I turned left. I don't know what that road is. I was trying to get my daughter to sleep before I went right to get her food.
And where did you start from?
I started from Barnes, BARNES, Barnes Street. It turns onto Wadley.
And what time did you start driving? Did you leave?
Probably 7:30 would be my guess. I'm not sure.
What day of the week is it?
Friday. Or Saturday, I'm sorry.
What city and county are you in?
Holman and Whitman.
What's the date?
It is 7/13/24. What's the 13?
Have you been drinking alcoholic beverages?
Yes.
And Fireball and Coors
Banquet.
Coors Banquet. How much?
I started drinking Fireball around 3 p.m. About 2 shots. I don't remember.
And keep your hands in your lap.
Oh, sorry. I honestly don't remember.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. Who have you been drinking with?
Myself. My husband's not.
Where were you drinking?
My house.
And the time of your last drink?
Around 6:30. What do you think it is? 6:37.
6:37.
Before I left. Or, no, I had a drink in my sister's driveway. So about 7 at Barnes. I'm sorry.
Do you believe your ability to drive is affected by your alcohol usage?
Yeah.
And you said you haven't been arrested for DUI before?
No.
Your daughter's 1?
14 months. She was the only one in the car. I wish I would have taken it.
So, do you feel like I've been honest with you?
Yeah.
Okay. So, the answer to my question is not going to cause you to have additional charges for why you're here. But you mentioned to me that you believe that you need help. And so, how many times, two-part question, how many times do you think you have driven intoxicated? And how many times have you done it with your daughter there?
I usually don't drink with my kids in the car. Usually my husband's at home. So, maybe just honestly 1 or 2 times I've been drinking with them. But I've been trying to stop drinking and I haven't been drinking the last 3 days.
Does your husband know? He doesn't know that you have a drinking problem? Is he gone for long periods of
My
time?
husband quit drinking 4 years ago.
Okay. Is he usually gone for long periods of time?
But no, he just went home to see his parents. And I wasn't going to drink.
So what do you feel like led you here?
Decided to.
That's and
Both my parents have drinking problems. Both of them, my dad has 2 DUIs. Both of them have been drinking for at least 20 years.
are you trying to suppress something?
I don't know. I just think that it's always just been in my life. I mean, for being honest, all my dad drinks is Fireball. My dad buys a 10-pack of Fireball every single day. And that's all I've ever seen my whole life. And I've always hid it from my husband. But if I ever need to leave, my husband's always been home to take care of our kids. You know, whether that means to go to the store or I wait until, 5, 6 o'clock at night to drink. And then I just drink the rest of the night and hide it from him. And I know, I'm sure he knows or has an idea of it. He used to drink, but he stopped. But I just got put on my insurance so I can afford rehab or anything. I was in the rehab programs about a week ago, but I already kicked off of my insurance at the end of May. And I just can't afford it. But I do want help. And I'm not just saying that just because I got pulled over.
I don't think you are.
I really do. I think this should just cut my break.
I mean, surprisingly, with as many people as I've unfortunately arrested for DUI, you are the actual first person to admit that they had a problem drinking.
I really want help. I see my husband and his parents, they don't drink. They never drink. His mom has never had a sip of alcohol in her life, and he's never seen alcoholism, and he's never had an issue. It's never stemmed from his family, and so he was just able to quit. Just like that at like 21. And my whole life, I was my dad. Get 2 DUIs, been in jail. I've been out of the house for years. My mom drinks like a box of wine every night, and that's just what I grew up with. Thinking that's normal. And I never wanted that for my kids. And so when I started drinking, like my dad, I never wanted that for my kids, but, I was proud of my 3 days sober. And
I mean, that's where it has to start, right?
I know, and when I bought the alcohol tonight, I was so upset with myself.
So obviously the 3 days was a conscious effort.
Yeah.
So, like, what are you thinking when you're getting ready to go buy it after 3 days?
Well, I was like, because before when I'd buy alcohol, so I only worked, like I would watch another kid Monday through Thursday, and so Thursdays were like my Friday, you know, and so I was like, oh, I'm gonna go buy beer, or I'm gonna go buy like a shot or two, you know, and my husband was like, do you really need that? Like, blah, 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 but I was like, yeah, it's my Friday, you know, and so I would just have one or two, but then I'd hide the rest from him, you know, like the shots. And then when he left earlier today, I was like, I'm tired of feeling like crap. I'm tired of, you know, I was gaining weight because I'm drinking every single night, and I'm just tired of being a bad mom to my kids, and so I said, I'm tired of drinking. But today just felt like every other Saturday, you know, it's the weekend. I want to drink. My husband's gone. You know, I don't want to sit at home by myself. And so kind of just drove me there.
So your sister drove you there?
No, that's what John did. My sister was at home. The reason why I had my sister's car is her car is really old, and so she had to go to Spokane. And so I told her she could take my car and leave her car with me, and then I would just drive drive her car to her house, since she had my car, and I could stay right there with my kids. But then I left to go get food, and that's what happened. I drank before I left, so that's why I drank. The car seat was already in her car. I wish I still left my daughter there.
Well, I hope you believe me when I say I truly hope this is the end of it.
You know, I'm not trying to be this person, but you know, I go to church on Sundays, and I always kept praying and saying that I hope that I get a sign that this is done.
So this is just saying that the only property I'm taking off of you are your 2 shoes.
Yep.
You'll be able to put your retainer back in once we get done. So
Yep.
you sign right there.
Oh, I hope everyone There's one in my car, or in the car. You know.
I'm not sure. I don't believe any officer went into the car. I think your sister just either moved it or took it. Alright, so just like we did when we were in the field, just as big as breath as you can take in, and then hard, steady breath out. Stand up. Take breath in and blow. Keep going, a little harder, keep going, almost there, almost there.
I'm sorry.
No, it's good. We just gotta do it one more time. But that was a good one.
Yep. Can't run too, or
To my current knowledge, I gotta ask my partners a little bit more. I like I said, we got a couple calls.
for any of those felonies, or
Say that again?
any of those felonies.
No. So your sister's gonna call your husband?
And then if I'm able to, I'll call him too.
So after, do you know his number off the top of your head?
Yeah.
So after we do this, and I finish filling out some of this, I'll let you talk to him.
Okay. If we're being honest, my husband had a DUI back in like 2020, which is why he quit drinking. So, I don't really know how this whole process goes, but I know how the...
Was he arrested through us?
No. We just moved here in October.
Okay, from Republic?
No, we moved here from Grand Coulee.
Okay.
I'm from Republic, but he is from Grand Coulee, so. So I feel like he's gonna be pretty disappointed since, you know, I know what this looks like on both sides of it.
Well, I mean, he's been 4 years sober, so I mean, like I was saying, hopefully this is the beginning of your sobriety, and then you guys can just keep each other strong.
Yep.
Definitely something that's easier to do with somebody that you care about.
Yeah, I agree.
And if you're having a hard time really wanting something and he's just like telling you like absolutely not, you can't tell him you don't know how this feels.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So
He
that
definitely knows, and he wants to stay. He wants to stay sober, and I'm sure he'd definitely help me with anything that I need. I just need to be honest.
yeah.
He's had his concerns, and he's asking me, and I've told him no, multiple times. And I think that just the truth is gonna help.
Yeah.
Get some help.
Last one. Big breath in as big as you can, and blow. Keep going, keep going, keep going. A little bit more. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Good. Alright, you can have a seat. You can sit down.
Do you know about how many hours from here it'll be? Like, do you up to like a day?
Oh, I don't. It's been an oddly busy week,
Okay.
and so that's going to depend on other calls that I have to respond to. But you can't stay here for longer than 6 hours.
Okay.
So at the most it's going to be 6 hours. But
I know she's breastfed still.
oh, she is. Okay.
And I'm not just saying that.
No.
I'm just worried about that. It's the number one thing.
Okay.
I'm worried about.
Okay. Well, then I'll tell you what.
And, I didn't pack. I was planning on her going home with me tonight. I was just going over to my sister's for a movie night, and her going home with me, which obviously is a terrible idea with me drinking, but I didn't pack clothes, I didn't pack a bottle, I didn't pack milk.
Oh, so I'll tell you what. After we get done with this, we call your husband. I talk to him first. I'm not saying that I don't trust you, but I would feel dumb if I didn't confirm the information first.
I'd be okay with that.
And then if I can confirm that your daughter is actually being breastfed,
Yeah.
then I'll let you go home tonight, because obviously I'm not going to let your daughter go without her
She
food.
was the number one thing that
Absolutely.
makes me, she's never spent a night away from me before.
Yeah.
But yeah, I could use number, anything, and have him talk to you.
Alright, so here are your results. 0.184, 0.191, 0.186, 0.194.
Okay. Oh gosh. This is so hard.
What's your husband's name?
Nathaniel?
Nathaniel?
Yep.
No, I wasn't right.
Oh, okay.
I was just curious.
Yeah, his name's Nathaniel. We just have different last names, so I don't know if you need it all, but then I can give you his number too.
And this will go into your property. You'll get a lot of paperwork.
Okay.
And I'll go over all of it before.
Okay. At the property on my license, or?
No.
Okay, just with me when I-
when you leave. I'm just gonna grip of everything that I have. Let's see. So this piece of paper, you don't need to make the decision now, or read this in its entirety, you can, but I'm going to give you a request for a DUI hearing. So, this is your notice of Department of Licensing intends to suspend, revoke, or deny your license, permit, or privilege to drive. You have the right to request a formal hearing to contest the suspension or revocation of your driver's privilege. The hearing will be conducted according to these WAC codes for issues covered at the hearing referred to this RCW. So like I said, this isn't something you need to decide with now. This is just saying that I am giving you this. I'm going to put that in your property as well. And you can put your retainer in if you would like. And so if you just sign right there saying that I gave you that.
Do I need to date it?
Yeah,
It's the 13th?
correct. When's the last time your daughter ate? Do you have milk at home?
She eats like solids, but she still relies on breastfeeding for bed. She probably ate around 3 or 4. But she eats solids around 5, so she probably doesn't eat again until about 8 or 8:30. That's probably around that time.
Well, it's almost 9:30.
Yeah. That's just her normal bedtime, so. I mean, she can eat milk, but she just normally doesn't.
But with...
I've only given her, like, milk, like cow's milk, only once or twice. So.
But with your intoxication level right now, it's
Right.
probably not
I know.
a good idea to feed her, like,
Yeah.
tonight.
I agree.
So what's your current address? That's a house.
Yeah.
And phone number for you? And where were you born?
Spokane, Washington?
And are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes.
Put your shoes in here. What's your husband's phone number?
His name's Nathaniel. And he should be friendly.
What's your daughter's name? Is this Nathaniel? This is Officer St. Andre of the Palm Police Department. I'm pretty good. How are you? Yeah, I'm sure. So I'm here with Isabella, but I just had a question for you. I was going to let her talk to you. Your daughter, is she still being breastfed? Okay. All right. Here's Isabella on this. You guys talk. So you can have her right here, or you can go into that room if you want.
Hi, babe. I'm so sorry. I know it's not. You know, it's okay, but I'm gonna get help. I know. I've been looking for help for a while. I'm sure you know that I've been having an issue for a while. With my insurance kicking me off, I just haven't. I'm sorry. What's that? Yeah, a little bit later. They're still filling out paperwork, but he said, no, I won't stay here longer than 6 hours, but yeah, they're okay. Are you sure? Okay. I'm so sorry. Before me, I'll call you guys when we can. I know. I'm so sorry. Alright, I'll call her first in general, just in case. Alright, I love you, babe, I'm sorry. Okay, bye.
All right. So since I am going to release you, you are going to have a mandatory court appearance on Monday.
Okay.
So on Monday, July 15th, 2024 at 3 p.m. in Colfax, the address is right here. Your appearance at the above time and location is mandatory and may not be waived. Your failure to personally appear for this hearing or failure to comply with the below conditions of release shall result in the immediate issuance of a bench warrant for your arrest. And these are your conditions of release. Pending this hearing, the court has ordered that you comply with the following conditions of release. You shall not possess or consume alcohol or unprescribed controlled substances. You shall not drive a motor vehicle without a valid license while suspended or revoked and without required liability insurance or other compliance with applicable responsibility laws. So sign right there saying that you agree to those above conditions.
Can this tissue?
Yep. Yeah. Copy. So as I'm sure you have felt, it's pretty toasty in here. But would you like a blanket?
No.
But you said you want a cup of water or a cup? Yeah. There's going to be a sink in the holding cell. And I'll have you just go right over here. And I'll be with you as soon as I can. Yeah. So we're going to have 4 total charges. Okay, so you're going to have the DUI, the reckless endangerment for your daughter being in the car. The hit and run, and the false and misleading statements. Okay? Do you have any questions about any of those? Left 4 fingers. Alright.
Okay.
thumb. Alright, right thumb. Yep. Alright, now we're going to take the thumb, we're going to roll it. Same thing with the index. Left thumb roll. Oh, that's good. Just stand right in front of that blue screen. So heels and toes together all the way back. Alright, turn your head to the right, there's a red dot. Alright, thank you, you can have a seat. Right there, and now these are your fingerprints. Same thing at the bottom. And the last one. this is a sign saying that I gave your stuff back, which is just the shoes. What's her middle?
L.
And her last name is.
Yeah.
What's her date of birth? And Nathaniel's last name is Hall.
Yeah.
What's his date of birth? And his middle?
L.
And do you have other kids?
Yeah, I have one other kid.
You have another kid?
Yeah.
How old are they?
He's 2.5.
Where is he at?
He was with my sister's friend at the house.
Okay, what's his name?
Middle initial.
Date of birth? And so, for state law, I did also contact CPS because the child was present, so they'll likely be in contact with you in the coming week or so. And just for your paperwork, there is the paperwork for the DUI hearing. Let's see. Your request must be postmarked with 7 days of the date of arrest or within 7 days of the date the notice was given. So when you get some time, you can look that over if that's something that you want to do. Here are the evidentiary breath results that we went over. And then here is your notice of hearing. Again, July 15th, which is Monday, 2024, 3 p.m. in Colfax, and there's the address. Those are the only documents that I have for you. All of the charges from today are going to be forwarded to the prosecutor, and yeah, you'll hear about all of it at your hearing. You have any questions for me? No? Again, I hope this is the last night that not only we have this kind of interaction, but that you have any of this kind of interaction with law enforcement. Yeah, that's kind of the big one, right? I mean, all of them are serious, obviously, but that one, yeah.
Like piece of shit on.
Sometimes that's what it
I
takes.
piece of shit from all of it, but lucky no one was hurt.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm sure you guys don't see the best outcomes all the time, but
Yeah, usually not.
I'm really lucky no one was hurt, especially my daughter.
Yeah.
After a brief holding period, Isabella was removed from the cell to be photographed and fingerprinted. Since she was responsible for caring for her 1-year-old daughter, Officer St. Andre returned her belongings to her and released her with a summons to appear in court. Officer St. Andre cited Isabella for the following violations: driving under the influence of CW 46.61, 502, reckless endangerment of CW 9A 36.050, hit and run attended property RCW 46.52, 20, and making a false or misleading statement RCW 9A 76.175.
Well, she's 14 months old, and not to minimize anything that has happened, but with some effort and some discipline and some increased willpower, she won't even remember this.
I know, but I will.
No, I know, but I'm just saying, like, from here on out, if you are able to keep your word and put yourself on the right path, then she's not going to think of her mom as an alcoholic.
I know. But I don't want to think of that.
Yeah.
Make believe.
Yeah. Yeah. Right under that door right there.
This is me.
Yep.
Thanks.
Yeah, she's gonna get it for you.
Thank you.
All right, you have a better night.
Feel free to share your comments and don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos. Check out this to videos if you want to see more Karens getting instant karma and Karens getting arrested by police. Thanks for watching and have a good day. Karens will return.